Networking and marketing made simple is for you, the business owner who has a product, a service, or a message that you believe in. My name is Scott Aaron, and each week we'll take a behind-the-scenes look into the real-world marketing and networking tactics and strategies for getting what you have in front of you to a lot more people. Thanks for spending time with me, and now let's get started. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Networking and Marketing Made Simple. Super grateful to have you back here today. And as always, as a reminder, we are officially 7 days away from the beginning of our first free 3-day simple content creation workshop with myself and my wife, Nancy. We're going to be teaching you over those 3 days how to not only have a simpler way of creating your content for social media, but streamlining it, understanding your content buckets, understanding your pillar pieces of content and how to repurpose them. So this is completely free. We have nearly 400 people registered with still a week to go. We are so excited. If you would like to register, you don't have to go too far. Look at the description of this episode. You will see the link to register right there. And we look forward to seeing you there so we can all grow together. Now, on to today's episode. And as you can see from the title, this is my 20-minute-a-day routine on LinkedIn for business success. So everyone has heard pieces of what I do. You know, the optimization of your profile and messaging and connecting and content. But what I thought I wanted to do is put together a very, very simple outline of how you can spend only 20 minutes a day on LinkedIn and get massive results in your business. Now, what I'll tell you is that it takes time to get it to 20 minutes a day. Sometimes you may be spending a little bit more, a little bit less, but the average time that you should be spending on LinkedIn is about 20 minutes. Now, I'm a really big believer in working smarter and not harder. You guys have heard me say this before. This is especially when it comes to spending time on social media. I do not like to scroll and troll. I don't like to spray and pray. I don't like to hang out on social media. I'm seeing too many people spending too much time on social media, LinkedIn included, whether it's, Reels and TikTok and everything else. And it's taking time away from being present in your life, but also it's taking away the ability for you to make time for those who are most important to you. For me, Nancy and I have a strict rule. Once Friday at 5 hits for her, it's typically noon for me. I'm off. I'm off till Monday at 10 a.m. So what I want to do is I want to give you this 20-minute-a-day routine so you can leverage and utilize LinkedIn to see growth in your business. Now, full transparency, as I mentioned, applying this methodology is going to take some time. So plan on 30 to 45 minutes in the beginning. But as we know, just like a well-oiled machine, it will get easier as you go. The overall goal of this method is to have you spend less time on LinkedIn while producing amazing traction in your business. So here's how it breaks down. So the first thing I do, number one, is I send out my targeted connections. So in order for this process to work, you have to have the right people in your network that you're connected to. If you don't have quality connections, how are you going to have quality connection calls? The other thing that you want to keep in mind is how many people you're connecting with. Now, everyone knows this, that we have, again, 100 connections sent per week limit. So you're allowed to send up to 100 connection requests a week. You go over that, you'll get restricted, you'll go into LinkedIn jail, and it's something that you don't want to have happen to you. Now, when you are connecting, remember, there's two types of connections you want to have, and I've told you this before, but I'll repeat it. Number one, they should be your ideal client avatar, that person that is best suited for your offering. Second, being power partners. Now, these are people that are good for business referrals, collaborations, introductions, so to speak. So now you're sending out your connection. Boom, done. Now, remember, you can break that down any which way you want. So don't go over 100 in a week. I wouldn't even flirt with 100. I would say 80 connection requests per week. Divide that by 5. You can break that down per day and send your connections from there. So the second thing I do after I plant those seeds is I send out my genuine new connection messages. So these are the people that have accepted a day or two before. So I never message people, rule of thumb, never message someone the same day you become connected to them. It comes off too spammy. Make sure that if you're going to message someone, message them a day or two later. Let it marinate. So once you have the right people in your network, you now have to start connecting with them. I've talked about this in prior trainings, other podcast episodes that you may have listened to, my newsletters. Follow the magic formula when you're sending a message. Number one, state their name in a relaxed and connectable fashion. Hey, Joe, great to be connected to you. Create a relatable connecting point between you and the other person. State the obvious connection. I noticed that we both had a background in XYZ profession or XYZ industry. Would love to hear how things are going, share more about what I'm up to, and how we can support each other here on LinkedIn. And you finish with that CTA. That call to action. Is there a day or time that is best for you to hop on a call or a Zoom? So state the name in a relaxed fashion, create that connecting point between you and the other person, state the obvious, and finish with a simple call to action. So that's the second thing. So I've sent my connections, I've sent my messages. Now the third thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of the push notifications. So a lot of people don't fully appreciate the magic of the LinkedIn push notification. Now, this is LinkedIn's way of saying, hey, stay in touch with your connections. Well, how do they do that? Well, LinkedIn will let you know every single day in that notification section. It's the little bell at the top. It says notifications. Who is celebrating a birthday? Who is having a work anniversary? Who just got promoted? And who changed a job position? All you have to do, you don't have to do anything fancy. All you have to do is click the button that LinkedIn provides for you. It'll say happy birthday, say congrats, etc. You know what I mean. This is a very simple and effective way to keep that relationship between you and that connection building, and even wrap back around to hop on another call or set up one that hasn't happened yet. I've said this before. This gives you a glimpse into where you are in that connection history of that person. And if they respond back, go back to the magic formula. You are so welcome. I know it's been a while since we connected, or I know we haven't spoken before. Would love to hear how things are going, share more about what I'm up to, and how we can support one another here on LinkedIn anytime for a call or a Zoom this or next week. So now we've sent our connections, we've sent our messages, we've taken advantage of our push notifications. And number 4, produce a piece of value-added content. So the first 3 steps of this aren't very time-consuming. Writing out your messages, sending those push notifications, sending some connection requests, that should take you maybe 7 to 8 minutes. The last two parts of this are going to take the majority of your time. So the fourth step is produce that piece of value-added content. So I've spoken about this numerous times before. Your content that you are creating must either educate or inform your audience. Now, you're looking to build that know, like, and trust. And one of the easiest ways to do this is to produce a value piece of added content at least 3 times a week. That's right. Not 3 times a day, not 3 times an hour, 3 times a day, or 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's it. So you can choose what you want to produce on the. Now, you can do 5 days a week like me, completely fine, because I've worked that into this 20-minute a day methodology. So it doesn't matter if it's a general post, if it's a video, if it's an article, a newsletter edition, or a poll. Just make sure whatever you create leaves your network better and pours significant value into their lives. So you've sent your connections, you've sent your messages, you've used your push notifications to continue the relationship, and now you've produced a value-added piece of content that educates or informs. The final thing that you're going to do is engage in content that was written by 2 others that you're connected to in your network. That's right. Support those who you're connected to. As much as this 20-minute methodology has a focus on you producing the content, you have to take the time to recognize those in your network that are doing the same exact thing. Something I do on a daily basis is I go onto LinkedIn as I'm going through my 20-minute methodology, and I find 2 of my connections that have produced a piece of content that I truly resonate with. Some sort of, it could be a quote, it could be a topic that they spoke about, a video they did, and I support them and their content by liking and commenting. Now, just to be clear, I'm not writing great post or high five. I'm not leaving like a high five emoji or anything. What I'm writing is a significant contribution to their post. I'm going to go above and beyond to add additional value to what they've already spoken about to bring even more relevance to the post and my content and my comment. Because again, if you create a relevant comment, it's going to put your comment at the top of that post, which is going to give you exposure. It's a very simple and easy way to pay it forward, but to also get additional eyeballs on your profile. And it's just by supporting other people. So again, piecing this together. Send out those targeted connections. Send out those genuine connecting messages to those new connections from a day or 2 prior. Take advantage of those push notifications to build those relationships. Produce a piece of value-added content that educates or informs at least 3 days a week, up to 5 days a week, and engage in content that was written by 2 others that you are connected to that you truly resonate with. So as a reminder, do not forget, registration closes in 7 days for our free 3-day simple content creation workshop with myself and my wife, Nancy. It's next Monday, March 28th through Wednesday, March 30th. From 8 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday and Tuesday, and it's from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. Don't miss it. We're going to teach you everything there is that you need to know about repurposing, creating content, value-added content, content buckets, all of those things, the pillar pieces of content that you need to know to move your business forward. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please enjoy the rest of your days, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much again for checking out today's episode. And if you are listening through iTunes, Spotify, wherever you are, Please leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you loved, what you would like to see improved, or ideas you have for future episodes. And if you are interested in taking your business to the next level, don't hesitate to go to my website, www.scottaaron.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me, where I can learn more about you, your business, what you're struggling with, and how we can work together. And don't forget to check out my wife, Nancy, and mine, our free community on Facebook called LinkedIn Leads for Life. We would love to see you in there. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you, everyone, for your support. Grateful for each and every one of you.